appearance by Mr. Gene Gottman and Ms. Cheryl Dalton, Dalton Home for Veterans, non-veterans, and in-home care for everyone. If you would come at this time.
Members of City Council, Mr. Mayor, officials, and fellow community members, this is Cheryl Dalton, the CEO and President of Dalton House for Veterans and Non-Veterans, a nonprofit, and Joy Roberts, the administrator for the facilities. We have two of them. One of them is a permanent shelter, and one's a temporary shelter. And in reference to the transitional housing grant that was lost nationwide that forced the shutdown of the Samaritan House, a few months ago, we came before City Council, and after meeting here, we proposed a $30,000 grant initially to help subsidize our homeless shelter, not the permanent housing facility here in the community, just the homeless shelter. And after several meetings with some members of the board, not all of you, and city officials, we understand the city is not in a position to grant the funding. And I think what little bit of funding that the city can give would be greatly appreciated by the city police department to give them a pay raise. That would be great. So we've come here today to lay out our partnership with the city with a discounted voucher. We have 40 virtual vouchers. They're electronic, based on a telephone call-in system where the city will sponsor individual people when they're homeless, whether it be DSS or the city police, Department of Public Safety, a mayor referral or a city council member referral. We will go ahead and log that in at night if they call us, and the next day the city will sign a contract to sponsor that homeless individual on a monthly basis financially. These are discounted vouchers. So as situations arrive, we welcome you to call our facility. This should be more affordable than the $30,000 grant that we were asking for. Sure.
Yes, we're a nonprofit organization, and there are families coming to us, and we can't accommodate because the funds are coming from us, our pocket. And don't mind, love doing it. We've been doing it for 9 years. We're going on 10 years with our permanent facility, and we are at capacity. With the facility for veterans and non-veterans, we're almost at capacity, and it's doing well. But we don't have accommodations for families because we don't have the funds to do it. And we're turning them away, and I'm like, wow, it hurts to have to turn children, have mothers and children away, and we should be able to house them, if we had help. We need help from the community. We have been doing this, like I said, for 9 years, and next July will be 10 years. We've been doing that on our own, and that's okay, and it's working. With God's help, is getting there. But we need help with this shelter because they're coming in with nothing at all, and we accommodate them with everything. We get them on their feet. We've helped so many get into programs, get their jobs back. And the program is really working, and we want to continue doing what we're doing. I wanted to ask if y'all could donate Samaritan House to Dalton's. We do not want Samaritan House name because their name is tainted. That building for that homeless shelter is tainted. We are nonprofit as well. We are licensed by DHEC to have even sick people come in. We can take care of basically anyone. And we wouldn't want their name on Samaritan House. I believe it's tainted because of, whatever went on. But if you donate the building, and I think we can make that work, But anyway, there's something thrown out there because y'all did ask at the last meeting if we want the Samaritan House.
Ms. Dalton, I want to say that we really appreciate you all's idea and your concern, because it's sincere, and you're concerned about it, because the homeless population is part of all the entire city, the entire county. If it's a problem, it's a problem for all of us, and we're all will be affected. But on the defense of the Samaritan, it does not belong to the city. It belongs to the Samaritan house, to that group. The city does not own the Samaritan. That has been a misunderstanding throughout. They thought that the Samaritan house belonged to the city, it belonged to the county. It does not belong. They are a different entity all by themselves, ran by a board. So it's not, we don't have, the city don't have any control of the Samaritan house at all. But I mean, I would love to see the mission, go forward. I'm sure we have power. I would, could,
If it would work, I believe that.
We don't have the power.
But to use the same name, I don't think.
We understand. We understand where you're coming from. But I don't want y'all desire in your mission what you're doing to die based on we can't give it to you, because I mean you have a good idea. I know you don't want to turn away children and adults, and we don't want to turn away. We want to help our homeless population. Tell me a little bit more about that voucher. I didn't quite understand that.
The discounted voucher, rather than ask for a grant, like we talked about earlier the last time we were here, the discounted voucher is on individual basis per person. So hypothetically, let's say that the city council or city offices or city staff, such as the Department of Public Safety, we get a lot of calls from them, for instance, or just a city council member or somebody. They call us, and it could just be 4 people in 1 year, hypothetically. I'm just saying on the low end, we could say 4 people are homeless and have been referred by those organizations. Well, what would happen is, because we have funding challenges, the city would sponsor that individual on a monthly basis on a contract. We already have these contracts in place for several other different types of organizations. And then they would sponsor them for that month on a monthly basis as long as they're staying in the facility.
That's because we get a lot of calls from the jailhouse, public safety, sheriff department, Salvation Army, the hospital, even City Hall. We have the city kit as well. And we try to accommodate, whoever comes in. And they come in with nothing at all. And as I say, that's our mission from God, and it's going to work. But we still need the city's help.
Who's the voucher from?
What's that?
Who's the voucher from?
Who's the voucher from?
It's a discounted voucher. It's electronic. It's virtual. It's not a physical voucher. It's essentially just calling in and letting us know that you have a homeless person. I'm sorry, Mr. Barnwell. Go ahead. What are you trying to say?
I don't understand.
You explain it. So they call in about, and then you give them a voucher.
Exactly. We give it to you virtually. We give you the voucher. Essentially, when one person calls in from, let's take the Department of Public Safety, very good example. They call us up at night, and we can automatically tell the Department of Public Safety we have a voucher for you. And then we explain to them that the following day, we can't take that person in at night. We can take them in during the daytime. That I would assume the check would be written by the city administrator in the amount for that month. It'll be a contract that'll be signed. Now, we cannot take people without the contracts being signed. We have 2 forms of contracts. We have one for sponsors, and we have one for individuals who can afford for their stays. This is a 70-30 approach, and let me explain the 70-30. In the past, perfect model, and we were under the same thing. The transitional housing program was paying 70%, essentially $90,000 a year at the Samaritan House. That was the transitional housing HUD grant. And most facilities nationwide, as you probably have researched, have had to close down because this has been taken away mid-2016. So we've had to do we've had to put our heads together, we've had to do some soul searching and some prayer, and we have come up with this program where organizations can sponsor people. And after our last meeting, thinking about it, it actually could be less than that $30,000 grant that we were asking for. Like I said, if you just have 4 people and you're looking at $1,500 a month under the discounted voucher program, that covers their meals, electricity, gas, everything, the room and board, the building, transportation. I can go on and on. But we are trying to help these people who are homeless because they're the ones that are having a tough time right now. Not the permanent housing people. The permanent housing people have some form of funding, whether they're out working 40 hours a week or they're under some subsidy, disabled Social Security recipients. But we have a workplace program. We're trying to train these people on how to get jobs. And I don't know why HUD did this. I don't know why HUD would do away nationally with the transitional housing grant, but they did it overnight. No one saw it coming. And they're focused on permanent housing. If anyone was a millionaire in this town, I would have brand new buildings built, apartments, meeting DHEC standards, and start putting permanent people in those apartments. It's brilliant, but it takes a great deal of investment. And we are on a shoestring budget, and it's not mine calling, it's Cheryl's calling on this transitional housing, this homeless shelter. I have never seen an operation run the way she's running. She's doing a fine job. And we cut costs. We cut it any way we can. So this is a passion of hers, helping homeless people that are going through momentarily troubled issues. But the funding is something we're scrambling for every day. But this is a good buffer by having people sponsor. It takes a lot of the weight off our shoulders if they are covering their stay or if the resident can cover their own stay while they're there. So it is working. It is working, but we have expansion plans. We want to have an all-lady facility, all-female facility. We cannot house men with women. I know they were able to do it over there. I think they did it quite well, but I think it was partitioned. I'm not quite sure. I never did see the quarters there. But children and women would have a facility. We do not have that. We only have one room available for a husband and wife, and it's a private room. It's a locked door, and they have a wash set up where they can shower and all that, bathe and all that in that room. But it's a huge challenge. So you can see we've got some projections down the road on things we want to do. So anyway, just to know.
Thank y'all so much for coming before City Council. Are there any questions or concerns from any council members?
We just wish you the best of luck. I know money is very, very tight. It really is.
We do know. And we want to be here for the remainder of the whole meeting. We'll be in the back answering any questions that council or members of the community want to ask us. We'll be here.
Okay. Thank y'all. Don't lose your dream.
Thank you.
Thank y'all very much. We have an appearance from Mr. and Mrs. Donald Warlaw, non-profit homeless shelter.